you're new to Reiki or you're looking for a new practitioner, I've got some tips to support you to find the best practitioner, the best Reiki service to give you a really good experience. My first tip is to really look into the practitioners in your area or even outside of your area, because we will talk about distance Reiki in a little while, but Reiki can be sent from a distance. So if they've got a Facebook page, have a look at reviews, have a look at the sorts of posts that they're posting. Do you feel like there is some synergy between you and the Reiki practitioner? If they've got a website page, look at the About Us, and don't be scared to ring and ask some questions. If you've got some questions of a Reiki practitioner that you've never been to before, they will be only too happy to answer your questions, make you feel at ease, and reassure you about the way they provide a service. If they're not happy to do that, then that's maybe an indication of whether they're the right practitioner for you. We live in a busy world, and I know that when I'm making an appointment for something, sometimes all that I'm looking for is a gap in my day where whatever I'm looking for will fit. But what I'm recommending to you, if you're making an appointment, especially for any Reiki appointment, actually not even especially if you're making an appointment for a Reiki session, try and schedule some time after the Reiki session so that you can really let what's just happened to you and what's going to continue happening for you for the next little while, let that sink in. A walk in the park, a sit by a creek or a fountain or something with water, if it's water that really sort of speaks to you, a quiet place where you can have quiet time and just feel the feelings. Maybe take a journal with you and write down some of the sensations you might have felt in the Reiki session and how you're feeling now. Just really make the most of that hour or whatever the time of the session took. Another hour perhaps to really just soak it all in. As I said, sometimes I'm just looking for an hour, but if you can look for 2 hours, an hour for the appointment and an hour to just revel in how you're feeling, it's a great thing to do. Tip number 3, be intentional. So you know you've got a Reiki appointment coming up. Be open to receiving Reiki and whatever that Reiki may allow you to feel, see, imagine. Important to let go of anything that doesn't allow you to reach your goals. This is a time, don't have expectations, just have intention. One of the most often used Reiki intentions is for my highest good with harm to none. That is so simple and yet so powerful and effective. But be open, be prepared for anything, and that's what you'll receive. Tip number 4, hydration. Drink plenty of water before your Reiki session. Just sip water throughout the day so you're really hydrated when you get there. Ask to use the bathroom when you arrive, and so that your Reiki session you're comfortable. And when the session is over, continue to drink plenty of water. This will help the body fluid flow and for the Reiki to flow through you beautifully. Also, it's a detox, and so you'll be able to get rid of those toxins that are impacting on your health and well-being. Tip number 5, clothing. You'll be fully clothed in your Reiki session. You'll probably be asked to remove your shoes, and there's no reason for you to remove anything else. Sometimes you might be asked to remove your jewelry. That depends on the practitioner. And of course, it's going to be much easier and more comfortable for you to remove your glasses. But you will have all your clothes on. It doesn't really matter what you wear, but you're going to get onto a Reiki table, so make sure that whatever you're wearing, you're going to be comfortable in that. And if it's loose fitting, then you can let your mind go. You're not kind of thinking, oh, this waistband's a bit tight, or whatever you might be worried about. Tip number 6, if you're having a distant Reiki, you get to choose your space. You get to choose where you'll be, how much light or dark you want, whether you want the curtains opened or closed, whether you want lights on or off. Most people, I imagine, would prefer no lights, sort of dim, not pitch black obviously, but just, muted colors. Whether you're on your bed or on the couch or in a chair, I suggest to people that they lay on their bed if they feel comfortable that way, and most people do. But if not, on a couch, in a chair, just so that you're really comfortable, you can let go of whatever might be in your head already and just let the Reiki flow, and be amazed. You can play music. The practitioner, I use Zoom or sometimes WhatsApp, any kind of video conferencing app, and sometimes the person receiving the Reiki will hear the music and sometimes not. So if you've got your own music that you would like to listen to while you're receiving the Reiki, I'm sure that will be okay. Or you can ask practitioner if they can make it so that you can hear the music as well. I guess there are practitioners who don't play music. I always play music, even if the recipient doesn't hear it. It helps me, my body is so attuned to, okay, as soon as I hear the music, my body is in Reiki mode and ready to go. I once gave someone a distant Reiki, and when I finished, I called their name, I spoke their name, I called their name, and they were in a deep sleep and I couldn't wake them. So I finished the session, but I sent them a text message saying, as soon as you wake, please send me a message so that I know that you're okay, which she did. And we had several other Reiki sessions after that. She didn't fall asleep, but a lot of people do fall asleep. Often it's just a light sleep. Sometimes it's a deep sleep. And so before the session starts, make sure you know, if you're asleep, what to do when you wake up, whether you need to let your practitioner know or whether you can just get up and keep on with your day. And on sleep, there is nothing wrong with falling asleep. People sometimes apologize to me beforehand. I might fall asleep, or afterwards, I'm really sorry I fell asleep and I might have snored. And I say, if you want to sleep, let sleep come. Very, very healing. Such a healing thing to do, to sleep. So, yeah, if you want to